Hello students, welcome back. We are discussing the chapter structure of atom. In the previous class we have discussed how to determine the wave number of the spectral series. Lyman series, Balmer series, bracket series, Paschen series, bracket series and Pfund series. How to know about the value of N1 and N2 for first line, second line and so on we have studied in the previous class. Also we have solved the problem. Okay, and I had given two problems as assignment. Only two students have sent the answer for that. Okay, what was the first problem? Calculate the wave number for the first line of Lyman series. Wave number for the first line of Lyman series. Okay, for the Lyman series, we know that for Lyman series, N1 is 1 always. For the first line of Lyman series, for the first line of Lyman series, N2 value is 1, 2. Yes or no? N2 value is 2. Okay. Then you can substitute and write the answer. Okay. We know that nu bar is equal to 109,677 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square per centimeter. So therefore 109,677 1 by 1 square minus 1 by 2 square. 109,677 1 by 1 is nothing but what? 2. 1 square is 1 itself. Okay, 1 divided by 4 and it will be what? 109,677. Okay, it is what? I mean, yes, 4 minus 1 is 3, that is 3 by 4. Okay, you can solve this. First you can divide 3 by 4 or multiply this and then divide. Okay, you can write the final answer of that. So after calculation you will get 8.225 into 10 raised to 4 per centimeter is the wave number. Okay, is the wave number for the second line of the Balmer series. First line of the Lyman series. The wave number for the first line of the Lyman series. Got it? Okay. If you have not calculated that problem, you can write it down now. If you have already calculated, you can cross check with your answer. Okay. The final answer is 8.225 into 10 raised to 4 per centimeter. Students, I had given the second problem, that is calculate the wavelength for the second line of Pfund series. Okay, you can refer the previous table. In the previous class what table I have given. We know that for Pfund series, by referring that table, N1 is always constant, that is 5. Okay, and then N2 value is 6, 7, 8 starts like that. Okay, for the first line N2 is 6. For the second line N2 is 7. Therefore, I have taken the formula and substituted 5 square 25, 7 square 49, 1 divided by 25 0.04, 1 divided by 49 0.0204. Okay. After the simplification, we got the answer 21.49 into 10 raised to 3 per centimeter. Okay. Here further values you may get quite different also. Here, okay, but I have written only two numbers after the decimal point, 21.49 into 10 raised to 3 per centimeter. But the problem has not completed here. What we have asked to calculate the wavelength. But right now what we have calculated? We have calculated wave number. Then what to do now? Previously we have studied the relationship between the wave number and wavelength. Okay, the continued part of this problem I am writing here. We know that nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda, isn't it? Now we got the value of nu bar, we have to find out the lambda. Therefore, lambda is equal to 1 by nu bar. Yes or no? So now therefore lambda is equal to 1 divided by what is the nu bar value we got? 21.49 into 10 raised to 3. Okay. Then after simplification we will get 0.046. 0.046 into 10 raised to what? If it comes up, it will be -3. Then what is the unit? Centimeter. Wavelength is expressed in terms of centimeter here. Because wave number is in terms of per centimeter. Therefore, wavelength is in terms of centimeter. Got it? Okay, this is the final answer for this problem. If you have simplified, you can check with your answer. Got it? Okay, such problems you can expect in your annual examination for 3 marks. Okay, so you yourself can take more and more examples and solve. Okay, like calculate the wave number for the third line of the Lyman series, second line of the bracket series, first line of the Balmer series, like this. You can create the problems by yourself and you can write the solutions for that. Yes, students. Let us study towards quantum mechanical model of the atom. Quantum mechanical model of the atom. See, in the previous class we have studied that regarding the light or regarding the microwaves, electromagnetic waves we have studied. Okay, we have agreed that the electromagnetic waves have both the properties, or light has both the properties that it can behave as a particle as well as it can also behave as a wave. That is what we call dual behavior of light. Light can behave as particle as well as wave. Okay, and later on scientist D. Broglie has told that like the light, even the matter can exhibit the dual behavior. Can you understand? Matter means with respect to electron here. How the light exhibits the wave nature as well as the particle nature. In the same way, even the matter will also exhibit the dual behavior. Okay, like how light will undergo the diffraction, even the electrons can also undergo the diffraction. He has shown it practically. Okay, and this is called as quantum mechanical model of an atom. Okay, before that scientists have proposed number of models, but this was the milestone. The quantum mechanical model was the milestone to know about the existence of the electron around the nucleus. These all days, or recently we have studied the Bohr's atomic theory. Okay, with that we have believed that electrons will be revolving in a fixed path around the nucleus. Okay, but scientist D. Broglie as well as scientist Heisenberg scientist D. Broglie have told that electrons those are not particles to revolve continuously around the nucleus, not only particles. They behave as a wave as well as particle. See, if nucleus is there here, the electron will move like a wave, or it has the nature of the particle. Both the electron can behave dual behavior. It can show the dual behavior. Okay, and he has if electron has the wave nature like a light, it should have the wavelength as well as momentum. Yes or no? In the same way, he has given an equation known as D. Broglie equation. That is, lambda is equal to h by m into v. Okay, mass into velocity is nothing but what? Momentum. That is v. This is well known as D. Broglie equation. He told that light, the matter, that is electron, can also show the dual behavior, and when it has a dual behavior, it should have the wavelength as well as momentum. Therefore, the relation between the wavelength and momentum of the electron was given by the scientist de Broglie, and it is well known as de Broglie's equation. Okay, you write the heading towards quantum mechanical model of an atom and the dual behavior of the matter. You write the heading dual behavior of the matter and de Broglie equation. Scientist de Broglie equation is given by, okay, this is capital B, de Broglie's equation. Okay, mark it as important. They can ask it for 1 mark. Write the de Broglie equation. What is de Broglie equation? Lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Also you can write, or lambda is equal to h by p. Okay, and below this equation you start writing where lambda is the wavelength of the electron or wavelength of the matter. Okay, h is what, student? It is a Planck's constant, and you know the value of Planck's constant, that is right. Okay, m is the mass of the electron. V is the velocity of the electron. You write it down. Okay, and here P is what? Momentum. Okay, P is what? What is momentum? Mass into velocity is given defined as momentum. Okay, if it is angular momentum, it is mass into velocity into radius. But here we just write as a P as momentum. Okay, de Broglie equation, mark it as important. Okay, okay, and what the de Broglie has told, it is proved experimentally. Okay, because later it is proved experimentally that electrons can also undergo the diffraction. Diffraction is the phenomenon shown by the light. But now he has shown, the scientists have shown that the electrons can also undergo the diffraction. Therefore, they have decided that electron will exhibit the every matter. He told that every matter will exhibit the dual behavior, wave-like behavior as well as particle. Every matter, you know what is the matter. Okay, every matter will show the wave-like behavior. See, I am also an example for matter. Okay, when I am moving, okay, I am moving in a wave form. But why can't we see the wave? Because when the mass increases, its wavelength decreases. Both are inversely proportional. Okay? When the mass of the matter increases, its wavelength decreases. Okay? We know the mass of the electron is very, very small, very less. Therefore, it has a greater wavelength. Got it? Okay, and this concept is applicable in the electron microscope. The normal microscope works on the principle of the light, visible light, but electron microscope works on the principle of the wave nature of electrons. Please keep it in mind. Okay, electron microscope works on the principle of wave nature of light. Sorry, wave nature of electron. Got it? In the electron microscope is very efficient, and electron microscope is very useful in modern research. Okay, because we know that microscope will magnify, but electron microscope will magnify the things about 15 million times. Can you imagine? Okay, if the matter is the smallest, when you keep it in an electron microscope, it will magnify it into 15 million times. Got it? Okay, this electron microscope works on the principle that the electron will show the wave-like behavior. This is one of the application. Okay, that works on the principle of diffraction of the electron. Got it? This is regarding the dual behavior of matter as well as de Broglie equation. What you write? We just write this heading. De Broglie equation is given by this and explain the terms. Okay. Then you write the side heading. Okay. After that, after explaining the terms, you write electron microscope is the application of wave nature of electron. Electron microscope is the application of wave nature of electron. Okay. It will magnify about 15 million times. It will magnify about 15 million times. Then you write beside heading Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, write beside heading Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, mark it as important for 2 marks. Okay, define or state Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. Okay, Werner Heisenberg has told that. Okay, now till now we had believed that the electron is revolving around the nucleus. We can tell that electron is revolving here. But when the dual behavior of matter was discussed, after that the Heisenberg told that by keeping the view of dual behavior of the electron, he told that it is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum of an electron simultaneously. It is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum of an electron simultaneously. Okay, momentum is nothing but what? Electron. Means it disproved the existence of definite paths around the nucleus. You got now, students? We had an imagination like there will be a definite path around the nucleus called as orbits in which the electrons will be revolving. Okay, but scientist Werner Heisenberg has told that there are no any definite paths around the nucleus. We cannot tell regarding electron because electron is neither a particle nor a wave. It will behave as a both particle as well as wave. Therefore, if nucleus is here, we cannot tell where exactly the electron. What we can tell? We can tell only about the probability of finding the electron. If this is the nucleus in a 3-dimensional state, okay, we can tell that in this much of space, electron may be present. In this much of space, electron may be present. But we cannot exactly point out and tell that electron is here. Okay, what is the statement of the Heisenberg's uncertainty principle? It is impossible to determine the exact position and momentum of an electron simultaneously. Okay, more about this we will study in the next class. Thank you.